Pisces. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just pulled your card. There are 5 left of this month. We are in October. It's a good month. A lot of people doing some healing work. A lot of people doing some shadow work. A lot of people doing some fuck shit work. But whatever work you're doing, make sure it's with good intention. Because right now the energies be strong. And they're handing people back whatever it is that they're sending out. I myself, even if I have a random, I wouldn't say negative thought, it's more like, oh, like, why'd that person do that or whatever, I'm just going to be presented. You are going to be presented with the things that you fight against. You're going to be presented with the things that you go tooth and nail against, all the stuff that you are fighting. Usually it's your own self. And that sort of thing is going to be given back to you in the form of a lesson. So we can lessen the baggage and continue on our journey by learning the lessons. And as much as it sucks for not just myself and other people when it hits us hard, but it is a good thing. It's supposed to help elevate us. It's supposed to help bring us to a whole other stage in life. And if you're ready for change, it's really important that you embrace this and have the form of acceptance that change is necessary, it is good, and it's the only thing that really is constant. This is just business, not pleasure. You yourself may be doing something that you may not fully enjoy, but you're just doing it anyways because you feel it to be like a form of business. That's fine, but if you're not fully enjoying yourself, then don't put too much emphasis or energy into it. It's funny because I want to start off. I haven't taken from the big book. Okay, this is a big ass dictionary. It's got lots of stuff in it, even pictures. What can we get for Pisces? Land snail. All forms of snails. Now, at one point, like the cowrie. At one point, like in history, at one point shells were a form of currency. Okay, and shells usually are everlasting. They last a long fucking time. Some of them have made journeys, and if they end up in your hand or your pocket, they've come a long way. And whatever you've been given from your ancestors, whatever gifts you've been given, whatever wisdom or knowledge you've been given, it's passed to you to do good with. It's passed to you to make a change, make a difference with it. And hopefully, instead of fighting against that, you understand that this is for you, Pisces. This is meant to be a form of currency. This is meant to be a form of wealth. Not everything comes in the matrix reality of money, in the form of money. Sometimes knowledge is a form of wealth. Okay, that's what a lot of the elite people, they consider themselves to be elite. A lot of the cults and stuff like that, a lot of them did withhold information because they found it to be a form of currency. The more that they knew that other people didn't, they would hold that over people, or they would use that to have other people jump through hoops and stuff like that. If you're well aware and you're a very astute person, if you are very intellectual person, if you are very knowledgeable and you have a lot of wisdom passed down to you from your ancestors, or if you are just very quick with thinking, like your brain is analytical, or it could break things down, or it sees things that other people do not, then you can use that to your advantage, but you could use it for good. And one of the things I'm picking up here too, it's almost like when a certain creature gets too big for the shell, what do? They have to leave that behind, and they have to find something that fits them and suits them a little bit better. Okay, and I almost want to say the same happens with the shadow side too. Some entities, if they do not find their host to be suitable, what they try to do is cling to or attach to another person. If you have an entity attachment, you need to cleanse yourself and purge. If there is something that's not suiting you or not for your highest purpose, then you need to release and let that go. And you need to purge that out of your reality so that you can make way for new. If you want to grow and change, then the surroundings that you have need to grow. Okay, they were used for ornaments. They were used as tools. They were used as coins. There's so many different shapes. There's so many different kinds of shells. And the whole idea of the spiral too, death and rebirth. In order to have a rebirth, you also need to have like a death of an old way of thinking. It doesn't have to be a death of an ego. It could just be the transmutation of an ego. It needs to be it's almost like alterations done, or the frame of thinking, or your state of mind when it comes to certain things. I'm actually going to use this as a table. All those words in this big ass book, I'm going to use it as a table for me. I'm going to use it like the magician as a form to create and co-create with the divine universe my existence, or what I want in my future. Pisces, what do we got here? So again, back to the beginning, the energy that I was picking up. Whatever you're fighting against, whatever you fight really hard against, is what you're going to keep bringing in, because it's like putting an order in for a meal. The minute you state what it is, you send that vibrational frequency out. That's what you're going to bring in. So you want to focus on the positive. You want to focus on the change. You want to focus on what you want to manifest and bring in. You want to focus on how you can utilize your gifts and what you could do for yourself. You want to focus on what you want to create or what you need for the next level, instead of fighting something like your ego or your shadow side. Any of the traumas that we had in our past, anything that we need to heal from, I understand it could be a bit of like a challenge. I get that. But if we're fighting against it instead of surrendering to it and understanding that it's a lesson for us, so we could drop that, so we can let it go, so we can heal. If there's other people that are trying to prevent you from doing so, those are not the right people that you want in your soul tribe family. Those are not the people you want around you, because they're purposely trying to inflict their own lack of self-love onto you, so that they can keep you at the same state of being as them, so they can harvest or siphon from you, or so that they feel better about themselves because they didn't reach a certain goal, or they didn't take the necessary or make the certain choices that they needed to elevate themselves to the next level. If you want to elevate to the next level, Pisces, you can't be stuck in the past. I know it's so comfortable to think that everything should be the way that it always was, or everything should be how you envisioned it previously to learning new information, but things change, and you need to be able to adapt, and you need to be able to grow. And that goes the same from internal to external, okay? It's almost weird when I think about the as within, so without. Like, you don't need to go without. You just need to go within. What can we get for Pisces here? Ancestors, make sure this message is loud and clear for whoever needs to hear it. Those that get the messages, they get it at the right time. They come across my channel. They're timeless, okay? I'm searching for something. What am I searching for here? I found a rag, a cloth, or a handkerchief. That is odd that you blow into it and then you keep it in your pocket. It's kind of like holding on to negative energies. Oh, this one went far. Where is it? There it is. Gotcha. Rattled my keys a little bit. 10 of clubs. What was I saying? That shit ton of... And then on the bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords in reverse. A shit ton of burdens that's being carried right now, either by yourself or other people that you're around. These kind of burdens need to be surrendered. Even the Neptune energy, okay? Right here. That water energy, that emotion. So there's Pisces, Cancerian, and there's also Scorpio. But that Neptune energy, this is reminding me a lot of Algaes. And I'll show you in a minute. And it's a rune. Right here. Right there. That's what it's reminding me of. I'm actually going to put it side by side so you can see. See? It's reminding me a lot of that energy. And that would be the unknown. Alright, protection from enemies, defense of that which one loves, boundaries, which are, you're supposed to set healthy boundaries for yourself, elk, or Alhaz, shield, guardian, ward off evil, self-defense, sedge, and support. That Zed, Y, X, and R. That's also heart chakra, root chakra, and crown chakra. It's really important that you protect your energy at this time. If there are certain things that you want to do for yourself and heal, those two fish are usually depicted swimming away from each other or never going in the same direction. And that's the thing with duality, is understanding that it's there for us to love both sides and understand both sides to learn the lesson, but sometimes they fight against each other. And sometimes when it comes to our external, if we're fighting against other people or we're fighting against certain situations, it very well could be us just fighting ourselves. And we need Pisces too, just like the rest of the zodiac, just like the rest of the general collective, to be able to do the shadow work so we can appreciate both sides instead of try to abandon or fight against that side of ourselves. Because it's important too. All right? It's part of the journey. It's part of learning what it is that we need to learn. It's part of being honest with ourselves too. 8 of clubs, movement forward. All right? Once you're able to do this and it's almost like taking this 10 of clubs, taking all the burdens and animosity, hate, any kind of negative energies, and just tossing them up in the air, letting the divine universe kind of clarify things for you or take care of certain things, especially when it comes to our ancestors or past loved ones or those that are willing to help us. They want you to be able to release and let go. That kind of surrender energy is important. Also defending what you care about deeply and having good morals and values, but letting and releasing go of things that don't serve you. This could be old ideas, old projections. This could be placed on you from old communities or old dynamics from other people. What else can we get here? Pisces. It's raining pretty heavy right now. Ah, the Ace of Swords. Good old Ace of Swords. Cling to that. You want to be able to express yourself to both sides or express both sides of you. And you want people to be clear about how you feel. And that's great. And you want to remain true to your crown or true to your crown chakra, your connection to source, your connection to the divine. There's also a connection there with the shadow aspect of it too. So when you are expressing yourself to other people, make sure you've done the work for yourself first before trying to convince anybody else of anything. There's certain things that may have been placed on you from an early age, and these are ideas or thoughts. What else was that? Male, female. Yeah, yin and yang, light and dark, hot and cold, masculine and feminine. They're kind of facing away from each other. That's giving me the whole idea. Maybe somebody's name is Gia. It's giving me the whole idea of not coming in to union with yourself or with other people around you. Ultimately is going to reflect on the outside too. What you keep battling, what you keep forcing off you is just going to keep coming back like even stronger and stronger. The more you try to avoid something that you need to look at, the harder it's going to come. But I do see movement here, so there could be a lot of burdens. Maybe you've gone within, you've looked at that moon energy that I'm seeing there above the 8 of clubs, and you've actually took a look inside and you've realized certain things to be able to let go and release certain burdens, which is really important. I'm proud of you, Pisces. Keep doing that energy work. Don't expect things to be the way that they were, because things have changed and things continue to change, and that's okay. But if you keep fighting against it, it's going to make it a little bit harder for yourself. All right? I'm going to go in that side too. Right over here. You yourself could be a seer. You could be a healer. You could be somebody that speaks to others. Seed. Yeah, the seeds that you plant. That's also vibrational frequency too. It's a form of energy. We're in the age of Aquarius, which is information, even though it's a water bear. But water is also information too. It holds a lot. Emotion is a frequency. What you're putting out are the seeds that you sow. And that's usually what you get back in return too. So seed. The product of a plant which may produce a similar plant. Seeds collectively are the semen, or first principle, also offspring, to produce seed, to shed the seed of, to sow, and to supply with the seed. So other people can be considered like a supply for other people. Information. It could be energy. You yourself could be supplying other people with certain things, or maybe you need to be the supply for yourself. You need to sow the seeds for your own well-being, and that could include shedding the old ways of doing things, or the old exterior, whatever it is that no longer suits you. It's no longer serving you. You need to be able to let go, release, and purge that. If there's certain people in your energy that are not seeing the same way you're seeing things, that's fine. You're allowed to go on your own. I don't see the Hermit card here, but we'll see what else comes up. What else comes up for you? But Ace of Swords is obviously clear. All right, and I do think you want to be understood for both sides of you, even if other people do not. I think you try to explain yourself a little too much. I think you try to explain to others, or you put it out there for others to see you. The star energy. Why would you want to hide that kind of energy? Okay. Pisces, you have a lot of capabilities. You have the capability of being balanced too, not just in water, but on land. And she's pouring the water on the land. There's flowers growing here. That's root chakra and solar plexus energy. So what you put into ultimately is going to be your purpose, and it's going to be what you do. So you want to make sure those are positive. You've got a lot of people, and I don't even just want to say people. You've got a lot of energies above you too in the astral realm that want to help you succeed, that want to see you on your right path, but you can't keep fighting the shadow aspect of yourself, this male-female, because what this is this is a cycle. This is something that needed to be learned, not just you here, but your ancestors had to learn this too. This is a full cycle. And the Pisces image that I was getting, the fact that the fish are usually swimming like away from each other or in circles, it's like a never-ending thing. You want to be able to break the cycles. You want to start something new, like a healthy cycle for yourself, then do so. And you got 5, 6, 7. After 10, 6, 7. So that'd be 17, which is 8. All right, that whole idea of the infinity symbol too. And then you got 3 little houses in the back there. There could be 3 different communities, or 3 different people watching you or waiting in the background, or 3 different people dependent on what you do, or maybe they were feeding off of your energy, or these are people that are just waiting for you. I'm almost seeing like the mountains as like an elder, like a masculine elder, kind of waiting and watching for you to make the right choices or to plant the right seeds. They know you can do things with good intention. You have the veil of green for the heart chakra, but you just keep maybe recreating other cycles out of emotion. So if your emotion's not at its peak, like in a good way, high vibrational, then it's going to make this 10 of clubs feel even heavier than it needs to be. But the way to remove the 10 of clubs is just to drop them and let them go. I mean, you're trying to carry everything on your back, plus you're trying to carry one in your hand to defend yourself, plus you got all the shit in front of you that you need to fucking carry too, that you haven't even picked up on. I mean, the 10 of clubs is a lot. It's a lot of burdens. And a star usually is pretty much in the moment. They are here and now. That star-like energy, it's like a childlike energy, being able to create and co-create with the divine universe, being able to manifest the things that you want, and have that sort of self-control, but also that balance, being able to be emotional but still stable. You want that kind of stability in your life, then there is certain things that you can do. Let's see, what's this Ace of Swords? What do you need to speak? Pisces, what do you need to speak out loud? What do you need to speak about? 3 of Cups in reverse. This is usually gossip, getting information from other people, listening to other people, paying attention to what other people have in their cup, paying attention to what other people do in their lives. This is in the reverse. Maybe you've lost interest in what other people have to say, or you're no longer wanting to listen to that sort of thing. Okay, this is usually seeking advice or going to other people or getting information from other people or focusing on what it is that they have. And in the reverse, not so much. You could drop that, maybe drop that act. Maybe you're not wanting to participate and be a part of that. You have your own fucking prism. Not prison. You have your own prism. So you have all your chakras you need to worry about instead of worrying about other people and what they've got going on. These people could have been using your star-like energy to manifest whatever it is that they wanted. And they could have been doing this for a very long fucking time. How long? I'm not entirely sure. They could have created a lot of danger for you or continued to create that danger. In memoriam cards. So this is usually somebody passing away. This is also somebody that has their work that was exhibited like private collections or the hard work that you put into certain things. Maybe these were projects or certain things that you had in your life. And then I see something about miniatures. So like your own children or your children's children, whatever this is, there could be people that are putting an end to that, trying to place more burdens on you, or maybe you're putting an end to this so you're not continuing the cycle. And this is like a filler card for this deck. Not necessarily part of the tarot card, but the energy I get off this for the in memoriam is usually a passing of someone, or usually something to do with your life's work, or for some reason this normally doesn't come up for me, but this says renowned artist famous for lacquer miniatures and flawless depictions of folk art and fairy tales. So like the whole idea of miniaturized, something to do that is in detail. So maybe the details you did behind the scene, certain things that may have been missed by other people, possibly. And this does say a Russian artist, okay? And it's got Moscow in here too. Something to do with that. What else we got here? Pisces, what do you need to speak? Speak your truth. Speak how you are. Like, just be yourself. Be the star-like energy, if that's what you are. Pisces, broken down in numerology, would be 8. Okay. It is a major arcana. It's something to focus on. Focus on yourself. Okay, the moon energy. A lot of things that you have internally that maybe are not spoken, or certain things that you're seeing in your third eye chakra, or certain things that need to come to light too. If you were speaking to other people wanting to get information, they could have been leading you or misleading you in the wrong direction. Maybe they are the ones that wanted to place this burden on you as well. That's totally subject to, it's situational, okay? Take it as it resonates. Don't force it to fit. But that's what I'm seeing right now. Can we get a little bit more on this moon energy, please, and thank you? 5 of clubs, lots of fighting. Wow, okay. So all the shit that they've been doing behind the scenes, or the stuff that they haven't told you, or the things that they've kept hidden, they could have created a lot of problem for you and the star energy. You as the star energy, or somebody in your energy. This could be your children. You could have masculine, feminine children, or the certain things that you spoke. They use your words against you in a form of a burden. How would that work? They use your words against you in the form of a burden. So sometimes that's like fucking with a narrative. Sometimes if you say something, they'll flip your words a certain way. Maybe you spoke the truth at one point and they just like change it up on you. March 10th is significant. 1989 is significant. A lot of people creating chaos and conflict. You could have been a part of this at one time. They wanted to cover you up as a star. What else is this? Prosperity. You need to be able to be in your own energy. We got Page of Clubs, looking out, seeing what's coming. Maybe they're not able to see certain things anymore. And then you got the 6 of Coins in the reverse. They're not too generous with their time, energy, or effort, or maybe you're not willing to be generous with them. And then we've got the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Options are diluted, or options are removed, or there's certain things they can't do anymore or dip into. These would be the 7 Cups, all different things they can dive into. This could be yourself as well. Maybe you've gone on that 8 of Cups energy, which is this movement forward. So 8 of Clubs, 8 of Cups energy, like walking forward, going on your journey. But in order to do so, you need to leave certain shit behind. So the 7 of Cups in the reverse. So these would be like multiple options, all different ones. You never know what you're going to get. It could be positive, could be negative. This is not being able to give of your time or energy to other people, or they weren't giving of to you. They could have tried to eliminate certain options you had as well. And this is also looking out. This is seeing above and beyond. This is seeing on the horizon. This is like a hope. This is, they could have tried to remove any form of your hope or your ambition by taking from you certain things that belong to you. And I think that this might be what the moon energy is. This is coming up now. You're starting to see things for what they are and what was actually being done. And it could have to do with a masculine energy. Submit. So you could have surrendered or submitted to these people, maybe for fear of how they seen you. Because sometimes that energy, that 3 of Cups energy, is like group mentality, is like wanting to fit in as well. Like I see like you wanting to fit in with other people, so you do things a certain way. Yeah, to submit, to yield or surrender, to refer to a state. Okay, remember, state is also a state of being. It's your mental clarity. And then as a claim, something that you claim or they claim, to surrender, to acquiesce, to suffer without complaint. So if you've gone a long time suffering at the hands of others, or just suffering in general because you weren't speaking that truth, that sort of truth, where are you? It's covered up. Could be covered up by somebody in a group or family. Okay. Telling you not to say something. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't tell them. That could have caused you a lot of problems. You could have been carrying on the burdens of somebody else for the longest time because you chose not to say anything. Maybe you're choosing to say something now. Can we get past life oracle card here? Oh. What did you keep hidden? Past life oracle card. Wars and battles. This is a fucking spiritual battle going on right now. Yeah, there's like the little things that they're talking about to keep people distracted from elevating and rising up as a frequency for their consciousness. But that's in the physical, the stupid matrix, whatever bullshit they got going on. People fighting each other. And there's obviously people fighting each other in the physical here, but it's also spiritual too. Okay, wars and battles. This is something that has gone on for a very long time. This is something your ancestors dealt with. This is something that was passed down, maybe unresolved. So it's come to you and you need to put an end to this, whatever this is. It's a cycle that needs to stop. And Pisces is one of the keys too. I mean, each of the zodiac is a key. I do the 13 zodiacs. If you're not familiar with my channel, welcome, most welcome. You can like, share, subscribe, but you don't have to. All right. And